Make sure you listen to my daddy's podcast right now. Is it best on the world?
And this is the Cards Face Up podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Ty Hill. Listen, y'all know what we do over here on Cards Face Up podcast, man. We like to build moments of nostalgia. We like to build those moments in time that smell like something specific, right? And this one right here smells like, this shit smells like happiness to me. You feel me? Today's guest, he hails all the way from Toledo, Ohio. Next year, he celebrates 20 years since he dropped his first album. And since then, he's been in our households and in our hearts and in our ears. When I think about hip-hop culture, although he's an R&B artist, think about this man. I think about his raw, realistic approach to music. I think about his raw, realistic approach when creating, speaking about the slums, real life situation lyrics, you know, the goods, the bads, not just the glorifying. He talks about his life. And that shit just relates to all of our life. I don't know nobody that has as much subject matter as this man right here, especially in the R&B world. He's a platinum-selling soul singer, songwriter, song producer, pianist, bass guitarist. He's in my top 5. Y'all already know. I ain't gonna talk y'all head off, man. Today on this show, we got the legendary Lyfe Jennings. Welcome to the building.
Bro, what's happening, man? How you?
Man, I am blessed to be. Listen, I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed. How are you?
I'm loved, man, working, healthy, you know what I'm saying? Mentally and physically, so I can't complain, man, you know?
That's what it is. Welcome back to the States. You just now came from what, Germany, right?
Oh, yeah. I had to blow down there for a second, yeah.
Okay, cool. Congrats on that. I want to jump right into it, people, because y'all know that's a busy man right there, so his time is limited, just like all of ours, you feel me? Lyfe, I want to go back to 2002, Lyfe Jennings coming straight home from prison after 10 years, walking out on that Apollo stage, New York,
right.
Showtime at the Apollo stage, and you could hear the crowd a little bit. They booing the guy you had them big ass Timbs on, right?
yeah, they was with me.
they booing you a little bit, right? But you sat out there. What's going through your mind at this moment? 10 years in the pen, you on that stage.
You know, ironically, man, it ain't like I didn't really feel it like that. Like, because, you know, I come from one of the hardest audiences that it could be, prison. So them cats in there, even when you was good in prison, somebody gonna boo you anyway just because they having a bad day. So when I came out to the boos, I just felt like shit. I know as soon as they hear it, it's gonna be all right, you know.
I got you. So you got up there, and I once heard, right? I heard you say it actually. You say you had a tape player inside jail that you recorded some of your songs.
Yeah.
What songs is on that tape player? Like, what songs is on that?
Bro, it's stuff that didn't even make the album on there. Because ironically, those tapes got lost because, you know, you weren't allowed to record in the joint. So I used to record them and then send them home just so I would have them. And all my tapes got lost until like about 9 months ago. My sister was moving and she was like, yo, I found all these tapes. So stuff like Stingy is on there. The first version of She Got Kids is on there. And it's just me with a guitar. And it's stuff that even never came out, man. It's crazy.
When you came out with your rawness, right? Your rawness and that realistic approach. And that's what I like to call it. Because we ain't never seen that before, right? We ain't never see it be so raw from an R&B artist. I done even had a venereal disease, all that attention. Like those type of lyrics, they was touchy. You know what I mean? I'm a stick-up kid. And the preacher won't let me in with these timbos. Like, listen, this is, when you came out with that approach, did you think that you would be accepted like you are? Or you thought you would be shunned?
Like, it wasn't even an approach, and I didn't think either way. I just told it the way it was. I didn't even think about like whether people's going to accept it or not, because the whole music didn't come about as being accepted. It came as having, you know, a space to vent. You know what I'm saying? That's how it came about. So I just wrote it how it came, and the people that was gonna get it was gonna get it, and the people that wasn't. You know.
I got you. So 10 years in jail. You went in at 14.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you? Now I know prior to jail you had the group with your brothers and your cousins, right?
Right, the
The
doctor.
singing group. Okay, that broke up. You ventured on. I've heard you speak about you ventured on at 13 selling crack. So you out in the streets at 13.
I had been in the streets, you know what I'm saying? That just, it just happened to be that I was doing music at the same time. That's all.
Okay, so while we locked up for 10 years, and y'all all know Life Story, you feel me? And if you don't, then get the album. He talks about it 100%, so I'm not going into detail of what his case was. That's for y'all to search that. What I want to talk about is while you in prison, what is getting you through music-wise at this time? What is inspiring life music-wise?
Just, it's so crazy that it really kind of started off with cats going through problems with their girls or with their, family at home. And they would pay me to write a song that reflected that. And so I would ask them a billion questions just so I could really understand what was going on. And then I would just put it to music and cats would pay me to do that. And that just kind of helped me just develop my storytelling thing because it had to be specific to different situations, man. So that just kind of led me through the whole prison thing, just developing that and then turn it into just writing it for my own situations,
I think about that because listening to your music that came out, the first album, you were still young. You was what, 25 years old, and you have been in prison for the last 10 years. So you don't have a baby mama at the time, and shit that you were speaking on, it was so advanced. I'm like, that shit reminds me of you remember Nas and Ron Isley looking out of my project window, being able to sketch lives just of what you see. And I always see you did the Keeping Your Head Up with Tupac, right? You redid that. Say the black to the berry. Y'all remember that, right? He redid that, but you also said who you relate to or remind you of you the most. You compared it to Biggie. Biggie nigga, reincarnated as a skinny nigga. Listen, do you still feel as though Biggie is who you the most over Biggie and Pac? Because to me, you're Pac.
I don't know if I ever said that I relate to Biggie more than I relate to Pac. Ironically, man, I want to address what you said at first, though, as far as writing about situations that I had never experienced. Like when I wrote She Got Kids, I didn't have any kids. And that's why I always say, man, even though it was a Lyfe Jennings album, it was a collaborative experience from the penitentiary because a lot of cats just used to tell me their stories, man. And then I would write those stories. And just to show the power that's in the tongue, bro, all that shit that I wrote about that I had never experienced, because I wrote about it, I manifested it in my life. Like the shit with She Got Kids and the child support and all that, manifested it straight into my life. All the stuff about hypothetically, what if this happened? I never experienced it after I wrote about it, manifested it into my life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's real though. We all know some of the life stories.
Yeah. But and so on the Pac and Biggie thing, when I first started writing, I was just praying a lot. Of course, I'm in a joint, and I actually, people don't know this. I ain't even never told nobody this. I prayed that I would be able to have the. I knew they was both dead already, so I prayed that he had give me the storytelling of Biggie, but just the overall power and the impact of Pac. I asked for that to write from, and I feel like that's what I got.
Man, that's definitely what you got. I'm talking. We about to celebrate 20 years of Life 268192, man. And that album, I remember that's 2003. You feel me? I'm graduating high school. This shit is, like you said, it's everything. It's those shit that comes with pictures. And that's one thing I said about why you're my top 5. You're in my top 5 because you paint a story. We see it. You're like J.J. Evans of the ghetto, man. Like, Dynamite, for real. Like, we don't get too many people that's able to keep that up. Real shit, man. We don't get too many people. Think about it. After 20 years, you done tried to fade off or something like that. You done moved. we have got the same constant Lyfe Jennings all the way through, and that's a blessing, man. So
yeah.
working on
And you almost didn't, because that's one of the reasons why I'm not on the label. Label wants you to become more commercial as you go, because as you become a staple, they want you to appeal to more people, man. And I'm not really looking to appeal to anybody. I just want a nigga that been through the stuff that I've been through, that he has a voice. And if this is not your voice, then you probably do need to find you something more commercial. But this is the what they call it. This is the category. This is the people that this voice is for, period.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it. So working on that first album, I want to know, and I'm sure the real fans has been listening since day one, want to know, because that album got re-released with Fantasia on Hypothetically.
Right.
And it took Erin Tompkins off. I believe that was her name, right?
Yeah, Erin. Yep.
Why? Tell us what that was about. Was it just to get that commercial success, like you saying?
No. So I met Erin. She was just in the studio, she was rocking, and I was like, yo, Tweet was supposed to be on that song at first. When I wrote that song for me and Tweet. You know what Tweet is, right?
Yeah.
So I wrote the joint for me and Tweet. And Tweet, I'm on the phone with Tweet manager, so she agreed that she gonna do the song. And then Tweet is like, and I like Tweet, this ain't no diss to Tweet or nothing, but she was like, okay, I need 7 first-class tickets, I need 6 hotel rooms, I need this, I need that. I'm like, God damn, like you need all of that to do this? So I was just like, after it was just so much, a couple of days of negotiating shit like flights, bro. I'm like, you know what, man, never mind. My action ain't this complicated, man. I don't want to complicate it. So then Erin was in the studio. Erin rocked it. Like I was like, yo, just try this, and she rocked it. So Erin wasn't signing nobody at the time, and I was just getting my label. So I told Erin, like, yo, are you with anybody? You sign anybody, anything like that? Because I'm getting my action going. And if I put you on this song, I also want to put you on my label. So she's like, cool, whatever. And then after I got her on the joint, now she got a manager, and the manager don't want to be on that label. The manager want to use the song to get on another, just a whole bunch of other stuff, man. I'm just like, I ain't gonna just snatch you off the song on the album, which I could have. I just was like, it got to be of some value to me. So then me and Fantasia always been cool. And I was like, yo, what you think about this? She was like, it's dope. I said, well, shit, come up. And she ain't asked for no 30 tickets or nothing like that. She flew with her and her security, came in that thing and just smashed it. One take. That what you hear Fantasia did? She did that shit in one take, bro. Yeah.
Fantasia is one of those voices, but I always wanted to know, like, what changed that and what made it, because it was different. You got 2 different voices, but both of them is classics to me. But the real Lyfe Jennings fan remember the original one on that first one.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and some people prefer that one. Some people prefer the Fantasia. Both of them, they reflect what it was meant to do.
Right, definitely. So who's on your bucket list to work with? Who's on Lyfe Jennings' bucket list? Because we don't see you with too many friends, Lyfe. You really be out here thugging by yourself, man.
Oh, no, I don't really do friends like that, bro. I guess I grew up in the joint, man, and you can learn to mind your business. Cause friends, you got to fight for your friends in the joint. And if you get with the wrong friend, they be got both of y'all killed over some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of keep it the same. But my bucket list, I really want to do a joint with Common. I think that'd be a crazy collab. I want to do a collab with Most Def. ERYKAH BADU, that's my little partner. She keep on telling me she gonna get a record with me. So if she listening, ERYKAH, come on, man. Let's get it done. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now, man.
Man, ERYKAH was crazy. ERYKAH was crazy. I would love that, man. Shout out Miss BADU, man.
Yeah,
they say you gotta wear sunglasses around her, man. Take your eyes shut. They say she got that glow that just attract men in. So watch yourself out there, man.
And listen, let me tell you, this ain't no thirsty shit either, bro. But ERYKAH smells like something that you ain't never smelled before. It's
They was
weird
selling
shit,
it.
bro. It's not like you'll be like, oh, she smell like cinnamon, or this girl smell like perfumes, this, that. ERYKAH got a good ass smell, bro, and you just don't know what it is. It ain't like nothing. You dig?
Man, they was selling it. They bottled it up and she was selling it. So I know
What's
that it's got to be real. It was
what?
some type of perfume or something she was selling. I forgot what it was called, man. You got to look that up when we finish this, man.
Oh
ERYKAH,
yeah.
you ain't the first person that said that.
Right.
Yeah. So I gotta again, I know your time's short, brother, and we appreciate you. I gotta get through a couple things that I wanna get through. My lady fans want me to ask you about your time on Love and Hip Hop. They need to know the answers and the breakup proposal.
I need to know the
ring.
answers. I need to know the answers too, goddamn.
What was the breakup proposal ring?
So, actually what had happened was, you know, Love and Hip Hop, everybody wonder, is it scripted? It is scripted and isn't scripted. So what Love and Hip Hop does is Love and Hip Hop will create a situation. Like, let's say that somebody knows that I have other interests outside of the girl that I'm with, and they know that I'm gonna be at a club with another girl that particular night. So they'll say, yo, we want to film. And so they at the club filming, and they'll tell my regular girl that I'm at the club and send a crew with her to the club. And then they'll film just to see what happened. So it's scripted in that aspect as they set up situations. So in this particular thing, I heard that KARLIE was supposed to be breaking up with me on that episode, man. And without going all the way into it, man, I just felt like it was disrespectful, man. So yeah, so that idea just kind of came about. Like, well, okay, if she gonna put me through some shit, I'm gonna put her through some shit too. Let's go. And that's
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
that's a classic moment. I ain't grand opening, grand closing. That shit was funny.
And bro, but listen, bro, I knew that might be one of the biggest moments in Love and Hip Hop history. And I told the camera, the dude that was producing that, I say, bro, you're gonna want 2 or 3 cameras on me on this one right here. He say, Lyfe, what you about to do? I say, bro, listen, I ain't gonna tell you nothing, but I'm telling you, don't miss one angle of this shit right here, because you're gonna want to keep this forever. He's like, all right, give me another hour there. Don't come at this time. Give me another hour to set it up. And that's what happened.
That's real, man. That's real.
Yeah.
Recently you made the tabloids or whatever the hell they call them now for the Jeffrey Dahmer situation, right? And mentioning that you they worded it as I sung to Lyfe Jennings sung to Jeffrey Dahmer, but you corrected it. Just like we know, negative never go like positive. Positive takes forever to actually be fixed. And you actually show some proof and everything, man. Can you drop down the situation with Jeffrey Dahmer in the book Lucid?
Yeah, so again, like, I have been in prison. I didn't really know who dude was like that. He I guess he was back where I was. Everybody say, oh well, that couldn't be true because he was in Milwaukee, but he had some cases in Ohio where I was at the time. So he actually came back briefly to go to court on those joints. And high profile people like that, they put in the hole. They don't put them in population. And I just happened to be in the hole at that time. And of course, I was just a porter running around singing, and then, catching the sale would give requests. And that's what I did. So, and he just happened to have a request. And so, yeah, it wasn't like I was singing to him or nothing like that. He was just another nigga with a request, man.
Absolutely. Now he ended up
Yeah.
giving you a book, and I think that book means so much because you named one of your albums Lucid.
Yeah, he didn't give me a book. Well, he tore it in half, and he was gonna give me the other half of it. You dig what I'm saying? So I wind up just having half of it.
and that book was titled Lucid.
Yeah,
Lucid Dreaming.
Lucid Dreaming by Stephen LeBerg. Yep.
Okay. Being on Cuban Links 2 with the legendary RAEKWON. How
Oh,
the hell
young
did
Ray.
that feel when the first Cuban Links, the purple tape for all the hip hop fans, you was locked up. You didn't get a chance to, but I know it had the prisons going crazy. When that dropped, I know that it had the prisons going crazy. How did it feel to get the chance to work on part 2?
It actually didn't have the prisons going crazy. And I say that because they don't let shit like that in prisons. Like anything that's like black and like big on the outside, they just say it's too much violence or it's too much this, and they don't let that stuff in the prison. So we just got little pieces of it. Cats used to come in and be like, "Oh, you ain't heard this," and they may rap it word for word. So that's the only time we got to hear that cue. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I always been a fan of them. Period. And so, I lived in New York for a long time. Me and Ray was cool, and Ray was just like, shit, like, I need to get you on this joint. Dre just sent me a beat or whatever, man. So we just mashed it out, man. Cool dude.
That's what it is. That's what it is. And I want to get to
Mhm.
your new project, man, your new music, and I just want to. You got a new song out. Well, you dropped a video till they gone a few months ago, and I feel like this
Yeah.
is probably life. Do you think you underrated?
You know, I hear that so much, man. And I just really, again, like I said in the very beginning, I am for who I am for, man. And how can you really say that you underrated when the people that need to hear it or gravitate towards it, they get it, you know? I mean, I probably don't never be no Beyonce or Jay-Z or none of that other shit, but I don't need to be, bro. Like, you know, I got my art. I love what I do. I can take care of my family from what I do, and change a couple lives of people who thought that they wouldn't be able to do nothing. See me coming from where they from and be successful, so they feel like they can be successful too. So I'm gonna say no. I'm not underrated, man. You know.
Right where you're supposed to be. But that new video,
Mhm.
man, I'm gonna say it for you. I feel like it's one of the most underrated masterpieces out there. You feel
Thank
me?
you, man.
That new video till they gone. And for all the viewers and listeners, I want y'all to make sure y'all go look at till they gone. But I want you to break down and help us understand exactly what's going on. The beginning of that song, you got the slave part, they're whipping the man, and then he turns around, the face do that old Michael Jackson thing. Remember y'all the first time Michael Jackson introduced the transforming? I forgot what it's called.
Mm.
CGI now, I think, or something. But, when the face changes and it changes to Kanye-ish type of face, and he says, I'm Kanye.
Hmm.
Break down the meaning behind this song and that part, like.
Yeah, I work hard on that video. That was actually the first video that I did all me, wrote, produced, directed, everything. And I'm doing stuff like that from now on. I got another one coming out next month too. All by me, deep and shit like that. But this first part, you got the white man and he's whipping the slave. And then you have people standing around that with cell phones. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of artistic, meaning that a lot of us are slaves and all we want to do is film the whipping. We don't want to help, even still, even from then to now, we don't want to help. We just want to film this shit for 40 likes. You know what I'm saying? So finally, if anybody know anything about, the Alex Haley book Roots, um, he finally get to saying, he said his name is Kunta, but then they whip him enough, and he finally tells him that his name is Toby, right? So I flipped it that, you know, he's getting whipped, and when he come back, he tell him that his name is Kanye. And I use that whole thing because Kanye is rich, right? So with Toby, they could whoop Toby and he'd turn into Kunta. You see what I'm saying? Just by whooping him. But they can't do shit to Kanye because Kanye is Kanye. The only way that they can control Kanye is to kill him. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's where that whole thing, him changing into Kanye, he can't get whipped no more. They wind up killing him. And all the people with cameras witness the shit, but they don't help him. So that's it.
Did Kanye reach out about that? Have you talked
Nah,
to him?
nah.
I don't think he's
And
seen it, Life. I told you it's underrated. Like Kanye needs
yeah,
to see that shit. This is it's his perspective too. How you viewing it That's his perspective too on himself.
And everybody, let me tell you something else. I got a lot of, and I never answered this either. I got a lot of questions about the end. You know, where it's the kids with the hearse, and I'm shouting out all the greats who have passed away, and so I say, long live Kanye, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, he killing old Kanye and this, that, and the third, but people don't realize I didn't say that Kanye was dead. I just said, long live Kanye. You dig what I'm saying? Niggas ain't really hip, you know, ain't really up on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing too, man. Your directorship was up on that one. That one with them chasing behind it, that's a lot because there's so many different ways that you can do that, man. Again, y'all, till they gone, I want y'all to go listen to that, watch it. You got to watch it because it's a cinematic moment. It ain't just listening. It's a cinematic moment, and it's crazy that the song is so deep as well. And that along with SEX, you feel me? Those type of songs just they touch a level of consciousness, but it's also a level of positivity and asking people to, you know, watch the certain things you're doing. Don't allow don't allow the narrative to change or them to force your narrative of what you should be. And you're one of the people, like, we want to thank you, man. And I don't say give you your flowers or your roses because everybody has commercialized that term, man. But we want to give you our thanks for you being you over these last 2 decades inside your musical journey and allowing us to share that with you. To hear you say something like, who's going to get it is going to get it. And that's who it's for. You know, this is what we're saying. Just like I told you, man, the day I met you, the day I talked to you on the phone, you're one of those guys that always answer your phone. You're exactly who I thought you would be. And that's a pleasure and that's an honor to even be able to talk to you. So, Lyfe Jennings, I ain't gonna hold your time up no more, man. I know you got to rush, you on things to do. I want y'all to go support everything that Lyfe Jennings is doing. Please tell them what they should be looking out for, how they can reach you, book you, things of that, man. Tell them all of that stuff, Lyfe.
Well, my booking, of course, you can either life419 at Gmail or you know Instagram, and I'll send you over to the email plus the link or whatever. What I got coming up, I'm not dropping like my last album 777. As I said, that was my last album ever. You're never gonna get another album from Lyfe. I just doing singles every 3 months. I'm just gonna work hard on a great visual with a great message, and it's really about the art. And I'm gonna put that record out. So I got something coming up next month. It's called Love Feels Like Hate. You know, because as I was raised that I felt like that if they wasn't doing something bad that they didn't love you. Like even females would be like, if the nigga don't beat him, he only beat him because he loved her. If he wasn't mad and going through shit, then he must not really care, you know? And that's what the song is about. So that's coming. I also got a game show coming up that I'm doing, man. I don't want to say too much of that, but I just want people's ears to be open. I got a little game show that I'm hosting that's under my own wing. And I got a 3-book children's series coming out at the end of this year. It's called The Adventures of Lyfe. It's for kids, but you know, it's my kind of thing. So adults could listen to it. I mean, could read it and get something from it too, man. And those are the things that I'm doing right now.
When we gonna get that biopic, man?
I shot the movie, man. I shot it under my own company. Um, but I didn't finish it. Like I only shot the first part and then Corona came around and it just kind of shut down, man. So I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with it, you know. I don't want to sell it because I don't want nobody being in control of my shit. Like I live this life right here, man. I don't really want somebody else having control over how it's portrayed. So I don't know, man. It's a work in progress.
Let's work on that. Like we need that. The world need that, man. Your inspiration. And again, I know a
Mm.
nigga coming from Toledo, Ohio, doing
Mhm.
what 13 years total in prison. You feel me?
Yeah.
Coming straight out to millions of dollars just from dedication and hard work and believing and trusting that process of, man. I know the world needs that. The world needs to see that story, man. The world needs to see that mind. Keep showing on that mind, Lyfe. We appreciate you, brother. We gonna keep supporting. I know 777 supposed to be the last album. Hopefully we hopefully you change your mind. You're too damn young to be talking about last album. Like
people attention spans though, the internet and all this stuff can really, really shorten people's attention spans. Nobody really want to listen to whole albums no more. So,
I can dig it. I can dig it. We still here, Life. We still supporting you, brother. Peace and blessings to everything that you do. Continue to shine, continue to strive, continue to thrive. We thank you, Lyfe Jennings. Y'all know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, all of this good shit. Follow me, follow Life, follow everything that we do. Keep supporting the movement. Cards Face Up Podcast, Lyfe Jennings. Peace.
Peace, bro.